Hi, YouTube. Hey, yeah. You've only missed about 36 minutes. Don't worry. We've mostly been talking about intros and the intro design, and nobody wants to hear me ramble on about intros to expansions. That's terrible and dumb, right? I am terrible and dumb, and I do apologize for my dumbness and my terribleness. Terrible. Anyways, so Midnight's is the best overall, like just pound for pound. I got you, Evo. Okay. Ah, help! Someone get me! Someone get me! Oh God, oh Jesus, no! Oh! Mr. Ed, I need help. I need help, Mr. Ed. I really do. I really need help. Oh God. Okay. Thank you for sparing my pathetic life, Mr. Ed. Oh my God, okay. Those are definitely snakes. Vines, I guess would be a better word. This is... God damn it, alright, back to the FF11 dungeons I go. God damn it. Yeah, let me pop a cooldown for Evo, so there you go. Purple Cloud good, Purple Cloud good, Purple Cloud good! No! She ran out of it! She ran out of it! I gave you a Purple Cloud, and you said no. Why don't you love me, Evo? Why? So... Oh, hey, what am I getting this one? Still don't have it. Looks like I don't get it until frickin' 90. Oh, I'm not a tank. I'm not a tank. I almost just pulled. I'm used to tanking, okay? It is a really bad habit. I'll do it in every MMO, too. You've probably seen me do this in FF14. That's a cool attack. What the hell was that? Was that you, Kira White Noise? Oh my God, Evo wants to challenge Mr. Red here. This is just... Holy God. Alright, so let me finish my thoughts briefly. So I skipped over Warlords on purpose. So for those of you on YouTube, hi! Yeah, so we're talking about intro zones to MMOs. And that is to say to expansions. I hope Raid 36 is even still there and listening. No, Raid 36 is like, oh, won't you shut up, Lord? God, I hate you. But what I'm thinking is the ones that automatically jump to the top for me in terms of like feel, vibe, enjoyment, atmosphere, you know, setting the tone of the expansion. Obviously, Midnight, duh. War Within, but then Warlords. Of all things, of all the sins we could lay at the feet of Warlords, that intro was phenomenal. I still enjoy going back and replaying that intro because it is just so goddamn good. It does so much right in such a short amount of time. Like, the density is through the roof on the Warlord thing. For those of you who have not encountered the Warlord Zone, I'll give you a brief overview, just a non-spoilery kind of an overview. The idea is that there are these invaders pouring through the Dark Portal, and you have to do a countercharge through the wave of invaders into the Dark Portal. And when you get there, you end up fighting, basically dismantling their ability to maintain the portal itself, and then you lose people bit by bit, while it introduces the warlords and the factions to you across this instance. Oh, right. I got it. Sorry, it's way over here. Ow. And it's great gameplay-wise. It has some good, quest design and some good fun stuff. The pacing is incredible. It like builds up and then has a breather section, and then builds up and has another breather section. And then at the very end, and this is the part I'm going to kind of spoil, you manage to break the Dark Portal itself with one of their own siege cannons. That's awesome. And then the entire gathered host of the Iron Horde descends upon you. And we may be super total awesome badasses. We can't deal with that. And so what follows is a running retreat. Just fleeing. Just desperately trying to stay ahead of the onslaught. And we run to the boats and get the hell out of Dodge. It's awesome. Anybody who has not experienced the Warlords intro, I highly recommend doing a playthrough of it just for fun. And do me a favor personally. Pay attention to all the named characters, for there are over 100 of them, and most of them die by the end of the intro. It's so good. Like, you were talking about tone, right? Selling the atmosphere in Reign 36. Warlords' intro perfectly sells the tone of what Warlords should have been about. Agreed, Esmir Star. Very much agreed. Alright, here. Oh, I don't have the talent yet. No, I'm worthless. Sorry, Evo, I'm worthless. I agree, Mr. Ed, I always have. Warlords has many flaws with it, but the base MSQ is good, right? Like, it's got a couple of bumps in the roads, and I'm sorry, Spires of Arak is legit. Don't at me. I did, actually, Adam Ciuta. It's because back in the beta, one of the phases of the beta, you couldn't, and they changed that because people whinged. Yeah, no, Warlords has some really, really good questing zones. They even have this great feature. It's called a garrison. No, it's true. While leveling through Warlords, the garrison is awesome.
I would not expose them to the Lightbloom long.
What the garrison did, by the way, Midnight has started using this idea. What the garrison did was it allowed you to build a building, and you had a choice per zone. And that gave you something, some bonus something for that zone. Like the ability to fight while mounted, or the ability to summon a... wrong way. The ability to summon a catapult periodically, or like you gained the ability to like just have an attack happen, you know, in front of you, or you could detonate runes. It was cool. It was cool having that stuff. Yeah, exactly. You could tailor the buildings you place to your personal playstyle. It was such a great idea. The leveling garrisons were phenomenal. The problem with garrisons was once you hit max level, which is the problem with most of Warlords in general, if we're being honest with ourselves. Once you hit max level, Warlords just falls off like that. Just dives off of a cliff. Such a goddamn shame. I've said this before, if I had a wish list for the expansion, I would love to have a really good overhaul too. Not a remix, but like a true overhaul. Like a proper remake of an expansion. My pick is Warlords, because I loved the potential of Warlords. And I loved how it was going. And then stopped. Forgive me for my rant. Mea culpa. Dream Whisper earlier asked you...
I can restore the Haranir to what we must be, but you stand in my way.
So, yeah.
He will not escape again.
Dream Whisper just asked, what are we doing here story-wise? There's actually not much that we haven't already done. This technically fits as part of the Harandar zone. What we were doing is we were going through and killing that guy, basically, and trying to prevent the light bloom from continuing to bloom. And that's kind of it. There's a reason I list this as the worst of the dungeons. Yeah, Rui, what's his name? God. Ruya, there we go. I think, God, I'm probably still screwing it up, is not a very engaging villain. And nice and careful, you're very easy to pull the boss on accident. Trash here is just the worst. He's not a very engaging villain. We only really interacted with him twice before he was like, ha-ha! Behold, I'm the bad guy. We know what the light bloom is. They do the good stuff with the light bloom. I'll give you that. But this is basically just the light bloom again. And if I might be honest, the quest Sprigwin was just complaining about... No offense, Sprigwin. Sorry, I'm just poking fun. Do a much better job of conveying how terrifying and dangerous the light bloom is than this random dungeon. This feels like a filler dungeon, in other words. It doesn't really move the story forward. It doesn't really have a lot of interesting mechanics. I mean, even the bosses we just fought are... Yeah, it's like we needed a light bloom dungeon, so there's a light bloom dungeon. Yeah, even the trash doesn't have a lot of design to it. I'm going to help you pull, because I'm such a good deeps. Oh, well, someone pulled it off. I tried. Come here. Bingo, Monobrand. Yeah, this is my least favorite dungeon in Midnight. Thank you everyone for sharing it with me. What would be a better way to do a light bloom? So I've been thinking about that because it's me. Is my neck okay? I'm in so much pain, Sean. If I sound like a motor mouth, it's because I'm currently mainlining hydrocodone. Mainlining is an incorrect term, but I am on pain pills right now, and I tend to get a little bit hyper when I do that. So that's why I'm kind of going a mile a minute right now. Don't enjoy that sensation, by the way. I know some people are like, oh man, I love being all hyper. No, this sucks. Anyway, so chatty. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. You can just say, shut up, bro. Just say, shut up, bro. It's cool. I wouldn't do... Oh, God, doing this with followers. Yeah, I'm actually going to give it... No, I already have given a separate negative for the 2 dungeons, because this dungeon and the one we've already done, Den of Dalarak, both don't work well with followers. And that is a damn shame, because I love the followers concept. I think just dropped the ball here. Boom! All right, so how do we do a Light Bloom dungeon better? So what I would do... So, dungeons can do more with, like, terrain or things happening than, like, the overworld can, right? There's a reason they don't pull the Gilneas trick anymore. You know what I mean? Where the sea literally swallows the coast. That was awesome, but there's a reason that's done in an instance, right? So in an instance, they can really start messing with stuff. So what I would do is I would have it so you start off in a single spot, okay? And in that one spot that you're at, there we go. I'm not sure if it would be better if you're in the middle or you're on, like, the far end. But either way, the light bloom starts at another location. And then when you, either on a timer, I feel like the timer's the wrong move. I feel like the better move would be, like, progress. So each boss you kill, or each percentage of trash you kill, the light bloom spreads. And each area would have normal trash, and then light bloom trash. You with me? And so where you go determines which kind of light bloom stuff. Yeah, you're getting it, Desmir Star. Where you go first determines which light bloom trash you're going to have to end up fighting. And it's spreading like wildfire, of course, it's the light bloom. And the whole idea is to try and, like, contain it a little bit until finally you've chopped off all the metaphorical branches, you push to where the light bloom is spreading, and that's Ruya here, right? And he's sitting here actively spreading it, and you're like, no, you gotta stop this crap. And he's like, this will enable us to finally show the surface dwellers the true path of Andhara, or whatever. And then we kill his ass. That is how I would do a light bloom dungeon.
For your crimes. No chance. It was for Harinder.
His faith in the goddess has become hatred. Is this what light bloom does?
Nope. That's what faith does. That's a lie. Faith can work. We've seen this. Velen, Anduin, Liadrin. Yeah, the closest thing this dungeon does to interesting
I should have called for everyone.
is this moment right here. None of this trash was here earlier. Now it's all here, because now we got to go and fight the last boss. This is as close as it gets to anything interesting. We pulled. Evo! Evo! Help! Oh, jeez. Demon Hunter. Hi. Hello. Demon Hunter. Woo! Eretor is another good example. What's interesting about Eretor is he was really riddled with doubt there. And, well, frankly, I think without Alonzus and us, there's a non-zero chance Eretor would have fallen to the void. Like, actually fallen. He might have been recoverable from the void, because he's a decent kid. But I think he would have slipped. You know what I mean? I love Alonzus Fel. He's such a great character. I'm glad they're still using him. Seeing him in Legion was just such a moment for me as, like, an old-school lorehound. Because I knew who he was immediately, and I was just like, what? What is he doing here? You can ask Pax. He was in voice chat with me when I was doing that quest for the very first time, when Legion was new, and my reaction was vocal. What? Anyways. So, I'm thinking, negative for trash, Blinding Veil. And I'm trying to think, because I think the problem is most of this is mostly just absence of positives. Most WoW dungeons at this point in history are multiple positives. Quite a few positives. This is not. Yeah, no, the pacing of this dungeon is awful. And I think I want to argue a story negative for it, because it feels like such a misstep to do the big climactic finale of fighting back the Lightbloom with the aid of the Harandar, the Magisters, and the Rangers, and then, oh, by the way, go do the dungeon. And the dungeon doesn't add anything to anything that I just said. It's just a Lightbloom. Like, you've been seeing it. I've been talking about warlords this entire time, because what else is there to talk about? There's nothing going on. Yeah, let me pop this. Here, have some live. Remember, Purple Cloud is me. Purple Cloud is me. Best vintage lore characters that have shown up in a while. So obviously Alonzo's Found counts. I honestly think they've done really good stuff with all of the Sons of Lothar, excuse me. All of which are Warcraft 2 characters, as a reminder. And I'm trying to think if anyone else like contests that. I think, pound for pound, feel free to push back against this, anybody who disagrees, but I think, pound for pound, my favorite vintage Warcraft character in World of Warcraft is Illyria. Like, yeah, by the way, the trash also hurts. You see the tank's health? Yeah, the tank just died. And then I just died. These guys hit so hard. They hit way harder than they have any right to. Oh, I see Ryan. Oh, I hate it, Sean. It's very unpleasant. Like my heart is beating faster than usual, and I'm kind of distracted, and just, oh, it's terrible. I do not enjoy being on painkillers. I know some people, like, get addicted to painkillers. I don't understand that. Oh, shoot. You're all dead. Okay, I'm bringing friends. Bringing friends. Hi, Evo. Hey, I got some friends for you. I'm gonna blow cooldown. I'm gonna blow cooldown right before the boss because this is silly. Khadgar was my other pick. They've done so many good things with Khadgar. And again, Khadgar is a Warcraft 2 character. So I agree with you, Mr. Ed. I'm going to give a second negative to trash. This is stupid. This is dumb. What the crap? Oh, yeah, no, I've known a few people, Sean, who got addicted to painkillers. I feel blessed. I know this sounds strange. That I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't like being out of control of myself. I don't like being on painkillers. I don't enjoy smoking. I'm allergic to marijuana. Because I'm kind of not really in threat of being addicted to anything, because most of the things that you'd get addicted to, I have some kind of biological barrier preventing it from even being an option. Yeah, exactly, Lord Paramount. Like Khadgar or Illyria. Although, can I add one more to the list? I know this is kind of a cheat, but I stand by it. Varrock. For those of you not aware of the full story, yeah, by the way, our final boss? Some random light tree. Why? Good pull. Good pull. Yeah, Varrock. So, okay, Varrock, for those of you not aware, was just... They needed a random-ass NPC to turn in Onyxia's head to. So they invented some orc, and it was like, well, whatever, and they gave him this cleave, which could hit 3 people. And because of where he was placed, people trying to go kill Thrall, which was a pretty regular thing back in the day, would run into Varrock and he'd triple cleave them. So he gained mimetic status. That got the devs' interest, so they started actually doing some story stuff for him. The first time Varrock was a character was in Wrath. But God, if they haven't done some really, really good stuff with Varrock over the years. He is unironically one of my favorite Warcraft characters. And to my shock, a lot of that's because of BFA, of all things. What the crap? Yeah. Cooldowns moment. Speaking of. Yeah, Varrock won. He accomplished everything he was after. Loktar. Not Loktar Ogar. Loktar. All the praise, all the respect. Careful, Eva. Remember, there's still trash over there. Agreed, as Mirstar. And both are what Greymane wanted to be. I will acquiesce that a lot of my vitriol for Greymane has gone down over the years. Let's just pop that. Just notice how even the boss fights are a little bit too simple for how fat they are. He's retired, Lord Aramon. He bowed out. I'm going to push this over here. Get a bit with it. Yeah, no kidding, as Moonstar. Yeah, Greymane got out of the game, for lack of a better way to put that. He retired, he gave the throne to his daughter, who is a way more level-headed person than he is.
The light bloom is persistent. We too must...
Good job, everyone. We did it. We beat the bad dungeon. I'm thinking about the bosses, right? Let's talk about the bosses really quick. So, these guys, you know, they summon a thing you're supposed to stand in to embrace. That guy, I'll talk about him in a second. The Light Warden Ruya has, like, his drop stuff on the ground thing, which is decent. And this boss has a lot of following the players, which is something. But I actually think the best boss in here is the freaking T-Rex, mechanically. Because it has a fixate, which is relatively simple, but it also has the crap on the ground, so placement and terrain is much more relevant than on the other bosses. He also is the boss with the least relative health. In fact, I bet I could prove that. Hang on. Give me a second. So, the boss we just fought was 2 minutes and 35 seconds. The Light Warden was 2 minutes. The Trinity was 3 minutes. The boss was 2 minutes. So I'm actually wrong. It looks like our quickest boss was the Ruia. But he was still the second quickest boss of the quartet. I think so, Reign 36. They've kind of not talked about that a lot. I'm not even sure where Charlemagne... I'm saying that wrong. I don't think Charlemagne's really been relevant since Shadowlands, but I do think... I do think Varian is still in there, technically speaking. Probably Lord Harrowat, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. Okay, so, first of all, Mr. Ed, you did a good job of healing. Shut up. You're fine. The only time you wiped was when we overpulled on the hell trash. Second of all, Evo, you're an awesome tank. I'd give you a hug, but I don't want to bother you. Bragwin, you're an awesome monk. Hug. And Kira White Noise, you are, well, terrifying, honestly. Just being in your presence makes the whispers worse. But no, for real. Aw, hug. This dungeon sucks. That wipe was nobody's fault. Do not take ownership of that. So let's go ahead. We've got the double trash negative. I think I'm going to swing a double boss positive as an aggregate. And I know what you're thinking. That's too much. For a WoW dungeon, getting only 2 boss positives is a freaking insult. One other thing, by the way. You'll notice there's no gimmicks to the terrain, to the level, right? Like, you remember how even in the delves there's usually some kind of gimmick to the level? There's nothing here. There's no, like, stuff to interact with, no ways to hide, or cool stuff you can do to avoid trash, or, yeah, there's no special mechanic to the dungeon. There's no avoiding the Half-Life 2 barnacles. There's just 2 core, like, the closest thing we have to mechanic is pick left or right first. That's it. Not very impressive. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Oop. Yeah, you know what? Den of Nalarak, for all its issues, actually had several mechanics. Gathering the food for winter, avoiding the... I guess it's actually just the two. Gathering the food for winter, and then avoiding the winter, you know, the actual frozen north thing. A dungeon we'll be doing later, which is what I was just thinking of, which is Mizera Caverns. Has several cool things to it. Murder Row has some really freaking awesome stuff. I can't wait to show it off. Windrunner Spire doesn't have anything super special, but it's just kind of awesome. It's probably one of the better dungeons. Magister's Terrace is amazing. You know, you get it, you get it. Why would they turn Lightbloom into a Mythic Plus? That's such a weird choice. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I'm going to leave group really quick here. Well, no, we're really close. Here, I'm going to kick Evo out. Get out of here, Evo. Get out of here. We don't like your kind around here. That's not true. We like your kind a lot. Remember, type !Evo in chat to see her game that she's actually working on right now. And you can see it in Steam. Please wishlist it if you do. That helps the internal promotion. It's awesome. I'm really excited to play it and review it. Of course I'm going to review it. Of course I'm going to review it. So, let's get caught up really quick on what's going on in the main story plot, okay? You're ridiculous, Evo. I want to review Monobrand's game, too. That's just a little bit longer. It's a little bit more time commitment, but it's going to happen. It's just, it's not going to happen as quickly. I apologize. Please don't kill me. Oh, God, don't kill me.
Let me know what you find.
All right, so we get back. We have dealt with Eversong. We have made peace with the Amani, relatively speaking, and we have pushed back against the Lightbloom and secured the aid of the Haranir. When we get back, everyone gets hit by this wave of shadowy energy. And now we have a debuff called Void Breach.
Am I tasted?
Though we've triumphed over Ruya and the Lightbloom for now, more remains to be done. The Elders will want to convene regarding the Harati's new place in the world, now that we have stepped out from the shadows of our past. Our reticence and fear will not vanish overnight, but this is an important first step. We will be fine. Let Orwena and I deal with the others. When the time comes, you can roll a Harati and have amazing abs.
We have much to do.
Champion, return to the Sanctum of Light. This struggle is far from over.
Actually, yes, I do.
You helped bring my people back into the world. The goddess would be pleased, I think.
Haldoran saluted as they left. I don't think I've seen that before. I absolutely think so, Sean. I think Trelane was sufficiently in the head that if Kirk had won that way, he would have been just like, yes! That's awesome!
Zaladath's attacks grow stronger.
Yep. When Haldoran burst into a war council shouting about hidden worlds and ancient warriors, I thought he'd gone mad, but now I've seen the Haranir with my own eyes. We're lucky to have them as potential allies, and lucky to have you, I'd say, in brokering that relationship. There's more for us to do, but I've no doubt the Harati will prove vital allies in the days to come. So what you just felt was an entropic wave.
Lorthamar,
Oh.
what we saw
Hold
out
on.
there. The light drove the Rotani to zealotry and madness.
Watch your tone, Haldoran. Blasphemy doesn't suit a man of your stature.
He was speaking to his Lord Regent.
We assume benevolent motives, but have seen the light used by the wicked before.
Without the light, your precious city, all of Azeroth would have been lost.
No one is questioning the light's grace, Turalian, least of all the Sindori.
We seek to avoid its corruption, the light being turned against us. We are your friends, Turalian, your family.
Family. Of course. The Lightbloom is an anomaly. But nothing that should diminish our faith in the light.
Once again, part of why I like Turalian so much is his actor, Travis Willingham is amazing. Just kind of crushes it. He comes down so hard and so violently, so angrily. No, blasphemy! How dare you! How dare you! But notice he doesn't have the calm certainty he spoke with earlier. Now, he's just angry. Why is he angry? Because someone is questioning the very thing that he is questioning. Lorthamar smacks him in the face, metaphorically, verbally. No one is questioning the Light's grace, least of all the Sindori. And he just slams that down. Like, one of the most light-aligned species on the planet is not questioning the Light. And it's Haldoran, who, remember, has a history with Turellian. He's literally fought with him during the Second War. Haldoran is the one who's like, dude, we're on your side. And then, yeah, Haldoran mentions family, and that's what really cuts right through Turellian's anger and reminds him of where he's at. And he's like, family, of course. And there's just so much nuance in his presentation. I love it. See if, well, we'll see. Turellian is a very good character, but it is shocking. But anyways, you move faster than my best messengers. I need you to check in with the Vanguard commanders and see if their defenses will hold against this latest assault by the Devouring Host.
Champion, you must get to the Vanguard leaders. The Sunwell is straining against Xalatath's assault.
Oh, Turellian is definitely punchable. But remember, and I say this every year, a punchable character, by definition, is a good character. Like, if they are not a good character, they're not punchable, right? So, if I'm just saying, anyone wants to nominate most punchable, he qualifies. He is trying. Is it 1 minute ago? There we go. Okay. Sorry.
Xalatath's void storm rages against the Sunwell.
You can hear, right? I love Travis Williams. You can hear in his voice how much he is having issues right now. And yeah, exactly, stuff. Punchable is a good thing. It means the character is being well written and well presented. Get off my screen is a bad thing. If a character is get off my screen territory, that's a negative to story, not a positive.
The Light called you.
Yeah, Garrosh Hellscream was punchable. He's another example of that. Whereas the Jailer is, stop existing, please.
The situation is dire. We will accept any help, even from Magister Umbric.
No! Those void addicts are not our salvation. The Light is the only way to stop Xalatath's evil.
One other thing that distinguishes Turellian from most of the rest of the Army of the Light, Turellian has a tremendous amount of faith to the point of zealotry in the Light. However, he also acknowledges that other solutions exist. Most of the Army of the Light don't. They think the Light is the only solution that exists. Top 3 favorite famous voice actors. Ooh, let me come back to that.
All Vanguard forces to the Sunwell, now! This better be important.
Speaking of the Zealots.
If we could just take the fight to Xalatath, we'd give her such a drumming she's hop back inside that knife.
Lorthamar promised his magisters would provide a solution. It's now or never.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to go prove them wrong then, aren't we, Lenore? And yeah, exactly, it's Mirror Star. Whoa! I missed the bridge! Oh, hang on. I doubt everything. I know the dialogue you're talking about, Papa Nix. Don't worry. I'll get there. Well done. The Void Storm is evoking fear and terror in everyone who sees it, myself included. But I chose this life of standing up to evil and spitting in its face. Oh wait, that's...
The light of the Sunwell be with you.
Not everyone has that choice, yeah. Umbric, hey, look! Magister's Terrace. I told you it'd be quick. We know there's land inside the Void Storm, through its massive portal. If we can reach it, we can take the fight to Xalatath. I have found the key. It's a relic called the Cynosure of Twilight. For ages, it has mystified us by revealing unreachable pathways to infinite unknowns. My research tells me I can use it to open a path to the storm. There's just one problem. It's in the Magister's Terrace, and I'm not exactly in their good graces at the moment.
Using a relic of the Void to breach the storm? It sounds risky, Umbric.
It is a risk, Regent Lord, but it is also the only way to end the siege on Silvermoon.
So...
The Eternal Sun still guides us.
I want to say something... I know, right, Leonard? I want to say something really quick. A lot of people have said how silly and stupid all these people are for opposing the plan we're about to do. It's worth noting, what we're about to do is kind of crazy. What we're about to do is not a guarantee of success. It is a risk. It is a shot. It is a roll of the dice. Now, spoiler, it is going to work. Obviously, we are going to reach the 4th zone. But this could have gone much worse. And yeah, we are kind of in a situation where roll the dice is sort of needed. I agree with that, Lord Harriman. In fact, I'm going to argue a story positive and negative for the dungeon we're about to do, just for the basic premise. A positive for something I'll show off in a second. A negative for the fact that it's necessary at all. There's no nice way to say this. This is artificial drama. What should happen is Magister Umbric, who has the backing of Lorthamar, the guy in charge here, with our backing and blessing, says, we need to do this. And that should have been the end of that.
It's been too long since I've seen these walls.
A lot of people here.
All paths are possible.
So, yeah, as a reminder, we can't queue for this because we've got an Alliance player, so we're going to have to walk in manually, just as a heads up. Let me turn the diff down, speaking of which. Yeah, Romoth, it's fake drama. I don't have a nice way to say this. I like a lot of what we're doing here. The fake drama is not one of those things. So let me go ahead and jot down that negative. We got to earn those negatives, those precious, precious negatives. All right.
I have much to teach.
Magister's Terrace. I spent my youth here. Mastered my first spells here. At the Midsummer Ball, I danced with Therafar Goldvale and felt... Those days are long gone. This place has changed. I have changed. My people and I are no longer welcome. We cannot restore the past. The Rendori must make their own traditions and our own families. And our own futures. Well, hang on. Tell me more about this place. Many Rendori, including myself, studied magic in the Magister's Terrace. It was our home. Romoth was my classmate and my secret lover. I felt that we must understand our enemy to defeat it, so I led a team of researchers to study the Void. We discovered the journals of Darkhan Drathier, the very elf who betrayed Silvermoon to the first Lich King. No, that was the second one. No, that's the first. To the first Lich King. His actions had led to the destruction of so much we held dear during the Third War, and his research into the Void helped bring it about. So you can understand, even with the Blood Elves' long, dangerous use of magic as fell, why my research was reviled. We refused to stop, so we were exiled. I do not regret my choices, only the suffering that brought my people. Around the time we Rendora were exiled, Illyria Windrunner finally came home to Silvermoon. She'd spent countless years, about 30, fighting demons across the realms and wished to bask in the warmth of the Sunwell, but in her journey she had absorbed the essence of a dark Naru, the Ura. It transformed her, much in the same way the Randori have been transformed. She was a creature of void. Light and void are inextricably tied to one another, as this mount on the screen right now showcases. When she approached the Sunwell, its light clashed violently with her void. Creatures of darkness surged forth. If our greatest heroes, including me, by the way, had not been present, the Sunwell could not have turned completely... The Sunwell might have turned completely to the void. Hence so many of us forever banished. Hence we must be so very careful.
We serve the Alliance.
And yeah, this is what it looks like in the wild, by the way. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and poke my head in. So Off the Deeper End asks a very good question. What's wrong with fake drama? So drama is a good thing, as just about any writer will tell you. Fake drama is, by definition, like the usage of the words mean, badly written drama. That's it. I call it fake because, generally speaking, its most common expression is to be forced. Yeah, exactly. It's contrived. It's the reason why... Mr. Red! You're wearing yellow. You're not supposed to wear yellow. I'm wearing yellow. How dare you? What is wrong with you? And Mr. Red starts crying and says, don't you understand? Yellow killed my parents. I'll never forgive you. And then we fight. And then we're like, stab, 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 stab. And sometimes things go well and sometimes things go badly, but it doesn't matter because it's so contrived. It's stupid. Yeah, Mortal Kombat does this a lot. A lot of comics do this a lot. You get it. It's fake. It's there because, oh shoot, we need to have something. Good drama is amazing. Babylon 5, Jakar, Londo Malari. That's good drama. So, Master's Terrace.
The terrace holds what we require to gain entry to the Void Storm. The Cynosure of Twilight.
Oh, I'm the tank, right. I was just trying to force myself not to do that. Oh, shoot, let's do this. Pop this over here, pull them into the corner. Alright, there we go, there we go. It's okay, I know you secretly hate me, evil. The greed! You're just that greedy for game development. Drama, 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 drama. Anyways, I hope that answers you Off the Deep End. Sorry. If it's not obvious, remember this dungeon very fondly. It's not my favorite. We haven't seen my favorite yet. No one listens to Zathras. It is a nice development of...
You were warned, Umbric. The terrace is forever closed to you. Now leave before...
Of course he left a message for me. I'm afraid you'll have to I have a few items I'd like to pick up while we're here. I'll meet you at the exit. Oh, and beware of the librarians. Knowledge tends to pack a punch in these halls.
Right. Okay, well, we can't go out the front door, so let's go in the side door. Oh, actually, real quick. Super quick. This is the story positive. I didn't even notice this at first. They're sleeping. We don't kill any of them in lore. They didn't have to. They didn't have to do that. But this took a little bit of an extra script, and based on how WoW works, I'm pretty sure I could tell you, this had to be done on an individual basis. Every trash mob, and some bosses had to have an extra script that makes it so that they just fall over and have the zzz as they're sleeping. That's awesome. I would probably give this dungeon another negative if we just murdered our way through our allies to get this thing. But we don't. We turned eye beams to stun. Not even a joke. Listen, Lanera, look, we take our battles and we can win, okay? What? Yeah, can you set your insane nightmare powers, Kira White Noise, to stun, please? Yeah, let's get the non-lethal mind flay out here. But no, exactly, it's a nice little detail. Look, they're just sleeping. They didn't have to bother. They did. I love it. Also, yeah, there's a bunch of random NPCs who are not fighters who will just flee at the sight of us. Another nice touch. There's some good story access stuff going on here, despite the fake drama that it exists at all. Right, Lord Hermont? Right? Yeah, that's a good point. Can we turn your Void Ray into non-lethal? What are the... So yeah, Braegwyn I could buy being non-lethal. She's a monk. That's kind of their bag. I'm a little bit more egregious. I literally rip out people's souls in order to do damage to them and heal myself. So... Alright, here's the librarian section. Hey look, a gimmick. I'm gonna pull these, actually. Surely! Yeah, Lord Harold, I'm gonna give them their souls back. I'll pull these guys, too. Just make sure we're covered here. Oh, sorry. What I meant to say was that we have to be careful of the librarians. Hi, Elisar. We have to be quiet. We're in a library. This is what happens if you're caught. I wanted to show that off at least once, so this works. And they literally teleport you out. Also, I'm a demon hunter, so I can kind of cheat a little bit. There is a vertical height to that discovery thing, so it's not perfect, but I can cheat a little bit, and I'm at the end. I will wait. Oh, no, I won't. I've decided not to wait. Definitely on purpose. Definitely not an accident. God damn it, Linnerith. Alright, listen. I'll give you drugs. Go to bed. Go to bed, Linnerith. This is a good time as any to talk about something that I don't really have any other place to talk about. One of the things I find fascinating about WoW is there is absolutely an optimal spec for different content and for different specs, right? Build, I should say, is the correct terminology. Like, there are much better builds for tanking and for DPSing than what I am using. I kind of don't care, because I like the way I play, and I am perfectly viable in most content. I have done tier 11 delves, I have done tier 6 cultist sites with everything turned on. I'm good, you know? I am capable of doing high-end content. But if I wanted to really push, there are better specs. This is a good thing, by the way. There should... we've talked about this a lot. This came up a lot in Guild Wars 2. You want there to be... Congrats, Spartan. You want there to be a gap in output of builds.
How I've missed this library. But we can't afford to linger here.
Oh, okay. You want there to be a gap, right? But you don't want the gap to be too big. It's actually a really difficult balancing point. And I give WoW a tremendous amount of credit for managing that with most of its specs. I'm going to pull a couple things here and do this. Yeah, exactly, Papa Nix. If you want to really push, yeah, you're going to want a proven meta build. Yeah, exactly. Guild Wars 2... So Guild Wars 2 kind of does this well and poorly, because there's a lot of weird, fun, silly, jank builds you can do that are mostly viable. The problem is, the meta builds in Guild Wars 2 are insanely better. Like, crazy better. To the point where it's kind of ridiculous. This isn't true anymore, but to use an older example, back in the day, if you were running anything other than a banner warrior on your warrior, you were doing it wrong. I think we can handle one more. What do you think, Mr. Red? Can we handle one more?
Entry, please hold.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm with it. That's kind of it. I don't have much to share that. It's just, it is credit where credit is due, and it needs referencing. Yeah. Jesus Christ, what is killing? Stop killing Mr. Red! Stop it! No, exactly, Lunar. That's kind of my point. Guild Wars 2 does this well and badly, depending. Again, warriors are in a bad place like that. But most Necros, for example, you're probably good. If you just throw together a build as a Reaper, you're probably good. So what's the worst spec this expansion? So I don't know the meta because I don't follow the meta because I kind of don't care. From a review perspective, so in terms of design...
Go no further, Umbric. These new defenses were specially made with you in mind.
Ramoth.
I seem to be... detained. The construct ahead is heightening Ramoth's spellwork. Destroy it!
Come on. Come on, around the corner, around the corner. There you go. There you go. Good boys, good boys. He's a jaded lover, I'm telling you. From a review perspective, I would say it is either Combat Rogue or Affliction Warlock. Which is a damn shame, because I love the idea... God damn, I keep hitting the wrong button. I love the idea of the Affliction lock, I do. I'm just going to swap these buttons. I keep screwing it up. There she is. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, exactly, Mood. Affliction, they can't seem to come up with their... They can't seem to make up their minds on Affliction. And honestly, it needs a bit of a visual pass, too. Like, think about how incredibly awesome Elemental Shaman is visually and audio-wise right now. Affliction needs that, right? They need the art team to give it a pass. Yeah, I would say Arcane Mage is kind of that issue, too. As much as I enjoy Arcane Mage, it's not... It just doesn't perform as well. Here we good? Yeah, we're good. Let's do it.
All students must follow policy.
Okay.
Compliance is not optional.
Okay. That's more of a knockback than I was expecting. Let's do this.
Proceeding with impairment.
Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Let me pull him over here.
Detainment. Policy demands compliance. Suppressive measures necessary. Refueling. Please stand.
Nuke him! Nuke him! Burn cooldowns! I mean, Midnight Frost and Fire are both in very good places right now. And yeah, intercept bubbles. I thank you for the fact that I didn't even have to tell you that.
Destruction terminated.
Don't intercept too many bubbles, Jesus Christ. Holy crap.
Disciplinary measures.
We still don't have a combat res, I just realized that.
Compliance is not optional.
I want to drop the other one up here, so it's not in the way.
Proceeding with impairment. Enjoy detainment.
Someone asked a question about Guild Wars 2, which I spaced.
Compliance.
It's okay, we know you hate us, Eva. Drop the other thing up here again.
Proceeding with impairment. Refueling. Please stand by.
Nuke him! Nuke his face! Yeah, I think Arcane has been in a much better place at multiple points in its history. Legion comes to mind immediately. And Pandaria.
Resuming disciplinary measures.
No, it's okay, Eva. For real, it is.
Compliance is not optional.
I'm gonna pull this out here, so he gets this up here.
Proceeding with impairment. Please remain still.
No.
Security failure.
Damn it, I still can't res anybody. Remind me to go do Warlord so I can go res people. Dude, missiles are cool. Real talk. One of the things that inspired me to really roll Arcane was actually a boss, believe it or not. I hope at least some of you understand what I'm about to explain, because you're gonna make fun of me for this, I swear. Whoops, I need raids. So in the in the Tempest Keep, there's this boss called High Astromancer Solarian. Her primary gimmick is that she semi-randomly casts arcane missiles constantly. And even back in BC, I thought that was cool. Arcane missiles are way cooler now, both mechanically and in terms of visuals and audio. But that was like the genesis of me liking Arcane right there. Yep, the very, very first Void Elf. Look at her. Guys, do we really have to do this? God damn it, fine. She did, that's true, as Minister. I forgot about that. I mean, that is exactly what it is, Mr. Red. That's why this is fake drama. We are here because they wanted to do a modern take on Magister's Terrace. Because it's one of the best dungeons of old WoW. I don't blame them. I really don't. There are other ways they could have done this, but this is still a very good dungeon. The trash is still a little bit too fat. But the bosses are fun. The trash is good for what it is. It's just too fat. The fact that we don't kill him is great, and there's a twist. Spoilers. I think we can double pull. Yeah, it's also not miles of running. Actually a fairly small dungeon. Whoa there, whoa there. No, 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 no. Oh, no, you don't. Yeah, the way they show small breakers is good. There's a lot of good trash design in terms of what abilities they have and how they complement each other, which actually benefits the players for breaking apart their groups individually rather than AoE spamming. Good way to encourage not AoE spamming, by the way. Make it so that taking down individual enemies benefits your dealing with the entire group. And down they go. I will not double pull here, just for you, Mr. Red. I don't mind Modern Orgrimmar. I will admit I hated old Orgrimmar. Like, actually despised. Just yikes. But, I get you, I do. I mean, modern Orgrimmar was built in Kata. It is such a night and day thing. Like, look at the portal rooms sometimes, which are continuing to get updates, versus the entire rest of the city. It is a big, noticeable difference. Oh my god, all this thing's up. Cool down. Ah, no. Old Org would probably be a lot more tolerable with flying. Obviously, I've never experienced such a thing, so... Amusingly, they had the perfect excuse to overhaul it post-Pandaria. They just didn't. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
Zaranel, stand down. I have permission from Lorthamar himself.
Liar! None shall lay hands on the Cynosure!
No, we really do. And 1 second. I just realized I'm stupid and I haven't been reading out their lore tidbits. The Arcanotron was a highly advanced arcane construct. It's charged with keeping the peace and ensuring all magisters adhere to rules and restrictions. Veering from said rules will not be tolerated. But Serenal here, he is an accomplished spellbreaker. He has earned the full trust of the Magisters. Charged with protection of the Cynosure, Serenal will fulfill those duties with his life if necessary. Alright, time to kill him.
The Cynosure remains here! Tirfidol!
Restrain him. I'll take care of these shields.
Your fall is written!
Okay. So, and his thing, he does something interesting stuff. He straps down a suppression zone, which acts exactly like the trash used to have back in the BC version. So it silences you, but I actually thought it did something else. I guess I'm wrong. Does it buff him? I swear it does something else to him. I guess not. Where's my Devour? Oh god, do I not have Devour on my bar? Hang on, where's Devour?
Silence.
Do I not have Devour, period? What is wrong with me? Looks like I don't have it. Whatever. Ah.
Marked for defeat! Speak no more!
Whatever. Just kind of scooch over here.
I am unrelenting!
Right. I'm stupid. If you get red orb, take it into the bubble and then take it back out immediately. There's actually another mechanic which I think just doesn't exist in normal. Might be what I was thinking of earlier. Boop.
Silence!
Oh yeah, into the bubble, into the bubble. And back out.
Your fall is written!
It's weird that he didn't do that till he was at 25% health, but whatever. Let's kind of put this over here.
Speak no more!
So again, if you get the red thing, just pull it in really quick and then pull it back out. It should get rid of the buff, I think. Yep, nope, it does. I am correct. Yay! Yeah, this boss is interesting because he looks like he's an anti-caster boss, but he kind of isn't. At least not mechanically.
You shall not...
And he's asleep. Seriously, he is. He's sleeping right there. And as was pointed out, we can actually see him after the dungeon. Alright, we got this. I give it my fell power. Yes. Yes. So, hi. So, we've kind of finished Messer's Terrace. Remember, this is where we fought Kael'thas, in this very room. So now we start going back.
Sir Ronel, the void has broken through. We're too late.
Boy, it's sure a shame we weren't able to do this safely and with the support of the Magisters, so we could have avoided this entire situation. Guys! Again, what we're doing is risky and dangerous, but this would have gone a lot smoother if we had your help. Oh, Jesus, where do these come from? Oh, God, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Look at me, look at me. Yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable to say that someone pulled the Sleeping Pilgrim slave fleet. Possibly us, honestly. Speaking of which, set your mind flays to kill, everyone. Yeah, if Romoth had our back here, this probably would have gone a lot better. Yeah, set your heels to kill. Ugh, no, not me, not me. This is also how you make a smaller dungeon work. You make the players go through it one way and then the other way. Hey, Scott Kibar, thank you for the sub. Go jot that down real quick here. For Dragon Quest 4. Dragon Quest 5. Dragon Quest 6. Oh god, you're right here. Mr. Red, don't give in to the void. Don't do it, Mr. Red. Think of all that you have to live for, like playing Kingsfield 1. That's a good question. Probably not, is Dream Whisperer. Listen, Lunareth. There's this incredible power. It's called shut the hell up. No, I'm kidding. Pay no attention to the people being pulled off camera. Aw, the poor boss that we killed earlier. If only he'd been with us, helping fight the void. Romoth! No, like, for real. If you just go down the list of units, at least one of them has been... Oh my god, I'm feared. I'm feared. At least one of them has been... Oh my god, Chain Fear. Ugh. At least all of them have been a boss at some point. Even a footman, right? You remember, freaking... Nope. Ah! Why can't I hold aggro all of a sudden? What's wrong with me? What's the name of the damn dungeon? Old Hillsbrad, right? Like, the first boss in there was basically just a footman. Remember him? Same thing with orcs, Taurens, you know. Right, we gotta sweep the room, don't we? I'm gonna line a sight. Obviously, all the hero classes are does. Why are they not? Oh, I don't have aggro on that one. That's right. No! I'm trying to... Aggro! Stop paying attention to Kara White Noise. Pay attention to me. Why are they not... What are you doing? Yeah, we fought Goblin Alchemists. We fought tanks at this point. Yeah, like, I guess we haven't fought the buildings. That's about it. We have fought Gnomish flying machines. We have fought shredders. The lumber shredders, you know? Who matters that? Mook. Congrats, Mook. Okay, screw trying to pull him. Hi. I am now in your face. Hello. Well, we've blown up tons of buildings. Nerubians are obvious. Florida's obvious. I think I got nothing. Maybe Wraiths? Has there been a Wraith boss? There's been a Banshee boss. Trying to think if there's been a... I'm trying to think of a specific example of a Wraith boss, because it's just in the back of my head, you know? I think I'm going to switch these on this build. Well, you know what I could do? Sorry, I'm being weird. I'm debating my build in mid-dungeon. Sorry. So this next boss is interesting. He's a slime. Every time we split him, there's more of them, and each of them shares health, but he's a slime. If I have to pick... So that's actually a really good question. If I had to pick the plot arc for the next expansion after the Last Titan, keeping in mind we don't know what the Last Titans actually involve. I mean, another breather expansion is probably a good idea. I know that sounds strange since we've already had two, but both of them were a while ago if you think about it. Dragonflight was our last breather expansion. It's been a minute. It will be an even bigger minute by the time we get there. So not a bad idea. But that doesn't really answer the question. What's the plot? Like, what's the hook? I admit a sea change, now what, politically driven story sounds really awesome to me, and would almost assuredly be very unpopular, because everyone would be like, ugh! Ugh! They would actually say that word for word. Ugh! I would ignore the Arathi completely, because they're dumb. No, live, Kyoris, live! Anduin takes his throne back. Yes! And then immediately puts it down. Oh. Okay. Yeah, me too, Mr. Red. The music in Midnight has just been popping. Not that music has been their problem in Modern WoW in any respect, but still. Okay, let's assume that I can't actually pick a breather expansion with politics and, like, changing the status quo. Let's assume it has to be something big in Hollywood. Okay, this is a new problem I'm having. I might cut off a little early today, guys. Sorry, I am very suddenly having just massive fatigue waves in the middle of this dungeon. I know why. It's just, it's getting hard to push through. As usual, my health gets in the way of my job. Sigh. Oh, okay. You know what? No. I've got it. I've got it. No, Dawn Trail was the breather. Evercold is now the escalation. After the breather. Okay. Was it Lord Hermod who asked? I think it was Lord Hermod who asked. You ready for this? You're gonna hate it. Everyone's gonna hate it. It's the dumbest idea ever. Ahem. We go back to Outland. And, like, really move that sucker forward. Anything move. Really, anything, honestly. Outland has mostly been ignored / avoided since, frankly, BC. There are lots of things we could do with that. It would be a new zone, obviously. It would be a whole new area, because every zone would be different, right? We work on Thrall's farm for a while. Look, I'm just saying. Yeah, meanwhile, the gnomes are like, hey, what's up? I think we can avoid pulling those. I'm just going to do that. Yeah, looks like we're fine. Okay. Oh yeah, also kind of follow through on some Draenei pieces that they've been dangling since the Draenei Heritage Quest, really. Do they really care what White Wow. I guess it's a matter of which direction we go, so this way. Pick randomly. That's actually kind of what I was thinking, too. I've actually said for a very long time that if Azeroth wakes up, we might have problems. And an evacuation story arc is not a terrible one. Even if it's only temporary. Also, there's just a lot of dangling questions in Outland because it's kind of an unfinished expansion. They weren't coordinating with the story, and so a lot of the world building is literally contradictory. Is very contradictory. Now, that's an interesting idea, Lord Hermon. And I hate to point this out, but your idea and mine are not mutually exclusive. We could go to Outland and still have it be about kind of a now what? Like, how do we retain the peace between the Horde and the Alliance? Okay, real talk. Hang on, hang on. Dumb idea. Dumb idea. This really hurts. What the crap? What is killing me here? Here's my dumb idea, right? You ready for me? Ready, ready, ready. What if the next expansion permanently and irrevocably gets rid of the two-faction system? Like, obviously mechanically, but most especially story-wise. Now, that wouldn't happen immediately. That would be a whole thing. We'd have to build up to it. It would have to make sense. It would have to be developed. There would be opposition to it.
I know what to do. I'll need to attune the Cynosure to the Void Storm.
You get the idea, right?
Is that monstrosity? You keep it occupied while I channel the spell and end this chaos.
Alright, boss time. Woo! This guy has a weird mechanic, which I don't remember how it works. Let's do it.
Then die. Umbral Cascade.
Dude, I absolutely think, in lore, there would be some idiot like Raytheon, right? Oh, right. We have to play volleyball. I remember this. It's okay, we're split up. We got people on both sides. We're good. So the little orbs slow you down.
Darkness.
And we want to stand to the big orbs. Or the big circle. You get my point. Anyways. No, I think that would work, Lord Hermon. Maybe make one of the starter villains, or maybe one of the villains of one of the specific zones, someone who is thinking like Wrathion was back in Pandaria. We need a big unified threat, unifying threat, excuse me, in order to then maintain our unity. And, like, make the story of that being proving that person wrong. I got it. Yeah, no, we would absolutely have to pull in, like, Trollbane and the Red Dawn, because they're still alive, remember. There's still a problem.
Shattering shadows. Shadows surge.
People would herald it as the death of WoW. It would be great. Death race to stun. I'm not joking, though, to be clear. I legitimately think this is a good idea. I think you have a good concept, Lord Hermon. I am with it. Honestly, you remember how Dragonflight was partially a joint adventure of the two sides? Make the Return to Outland a joint expedition. Honestly, bring back the expeditionary force that we took in a Dragonflight. Make the Cenarians matter again. You know, the druids. There's a lot of stuff I could do with that. And then Fyrek is dead and never coming back, obviously. I'm sorry, Esmir started. No. Let's let characters stay dead, please.
Darkness shattering shadows.
Please.
Shadows surge.
Down you go. I don't have that. Huh.
We have our way into the Void Storm. Let us inform Lorthamar. And perhaps offer an apology for the near catastrophe.
That's okay. I want to chop up pretty soon. You can probably tell by my voice. I'm just kind of slowly dipping here. No. God damn it. I guess we have to leave manually because we walked in manually.
We embrace power. We do not fear it.
Don't bring Kael'thas back. Jesus freaking Christ. Nobody's coming back. They're all dead. Everyone, they're all dead. I don't want to hear it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Dealing with some of the Warlords era post-Legion stuff is a great idea, I think. I mean, honestly, that's something we've already seen in Cataclysm, specifically with regards to the Scourge, right? The Scourge warlords. But they only dipped their toes into that. Imagine if they went full in on, like, just seeing what's happening with the various demon warlords. All of the little nitty-gritty pieces and factions. What happened to Wash and Illidan? Well, Wash is a good thing. You want to make sure, always wash your produce. Very important. That's not a joke. You should actually do that.
You did what you had to, Umbric. We must enter the Void Storm if we are to stop it.
Baladash, Malinore.
Could have gone better. Then again, Romoth hasn't killed me yet. Could have gone worse. Let's go with that. Against all odds, we made it. I can open the way into the storm, but it will be a tenuous connection. We can only get a small team through the port. We have no idea what awaits us on the other side. We must be prepared. I can use the Cynosure to bind us to the terrace. If we need a quick escape, I can bring us back here. Now, I don't like to do this, but I want you to remember that line right there. I can use the Cynosure to bind us to the Magister's terrace. If we need a quick escape from the Void Storm, I can bring us back here. Just put that somewhere in the back of your brain, okay? It is going to come up.
Here, champion. Help me align the spell. It will anchor us back to Magister's terrace in case of disaster.
By the way, there's Maella. She's awesome. No notes.
Thraxion has warred on countless far realms, so I have asked him to lead this mission. And young Erator has more than proven his worth. Together, I hope their light will balance you within the shadow.
You Rendori may be our greatest weapon against the Void. I swear to protect you all.
The light is our greatest weapon against the Void. Remember that, or succumb to corruption.
So yeah, I want to talk to a few people here. But notice that Lorthamar is still playing politician. He offers a bomb. Okay, we're going to go out here. We're doing Void Elf stuff with a Void Elf to enter the Void. Hey, Lathraxian. You should be in charge of the mission.
The army will come.
So I'm going to ask him about himself. I am many things, mortal. Nathrazim, demon, death. But above all, I am light-forged. My kind, the Nathrazim, or Dreadlords, are renowned for shape-shifting, deceit, and shifting loyalties. For a time I fought alongside my kin in the Burning Legion. I followed the order of our true deathly master, because negative to story. We cared for nothing but the Void's destruction, even at the cost of worlds. But then I met the Draenei. I saw their light. I saw the only way to defeat the Void is to embrace its counterpart, to become one with the light. The other Nathrazim did not understand, so I left them behind. The light is my only path. Why should I trust you? You are a Nathrazim. You are quite literally known for being deceitful. Are all orcs bloodthirsty berserkers? Are all Pandarans drunken monks? Are all elves arrogant snobs? Our choices make us who we are, not our births. How would that be any different for Nathrazim than it is for you mortals? I have left my past behind me. I refuse to lie, shapeshift, or betray. It is not the way of the light. The light has purged me of old allegiances. I am remade in its radiance as a soldier of the vanguard of the light. Interesting.
Careful of the Void's tricks.
I was all too happy to answer Lorthamar's call to join the strike mission into the Void Storm, the very nexus of the darkness that plagues the vanguard of the light. We will pierce it and relieve our armies, and there's been no word of Mother for so long. Something tells me I'll find Illyria anywhere. It'll be there, already taking the fight to Illyria.
Be alert for opportunities to help.
Yeah, you can probably tell I was leaning into that a little bit as we start. So you notice almost all of these Void Elves are named. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. They are all named.
The universe is full of mystery.
The Void and the Light do not have to always be in opposition to one another. My faith protects me from the evil of the Void. and it will protect me from what lies beyond the void. It'll even protect me from Evo Iliani, who is forcing me to do a pissed series.
What can I do? Light preserve you, friend. It's good you are here. Light preserve you, friend. It's good you are here. You think you're a real comedian, don't you? While you've been booping me, the devouring host has eaten over 15 people. You think you're a real comedian, don't you? While you've been booping me, the devouring host has eaten over 15 people. You think you're a real comedian, don't you?
Okay, I guess that's it.
While you've been booping me, the devouring host
Damn. Whoop, whoop. I thought there was like another one. I don't know why I was looping like that. It was not long ago that I thought of this place as home. Great things were expected of me. I was valued, wanted, until my talents made my life different from the one that had been planned for me. Until the moment I told them who I really was. I'm not here to save them. I want them to witness us. I want them to know we were wrong. I'm sorry, is this the guy with the side quest? I don't want to spoil, but is this him? The one that comes back to Silvermoon? Because, yeah, I think that's him. Yeah. Yeah, he has a really good side quest. And that's all I'll say about that right now. I actually agree with you, Tyr. Something that's interesting, you've probably noticed this, is periodically they start to do this thing. I'll demonstrate it. The last boss of March of Keldanis is called Midnight Falls. Now, obviously, if I then click that, it'll spoil the crap out of stuff. But it's interesting that they are at least taking efforts to have a layer of obfuscation there. For example, the last boss of the Void Spire is the Crown of the Cosmos. Anyways.
What news?
Kyrion looks up from checking quietly over the equipment of his comrades as you approach. Ah, Lore Runner, our secret weapon. You give me confidence we're not all being sent off to our deaths. A good half of Silvermoon would probably approve of that scheme. The Void is especially out of fashion late, be it Storm or Elf. It is my wish that they'd come around. To us, anyways. Let's give them good reason to.
We'll see it through.
Power attracts power.
My Void Walker has whispered to me of the Void Storm. It swirls with madness and violence. I am eager to test my skills against it.
Darkness absolve you.
Last time I saw Silvermoon at war, I was a lieutenant in the Far Striders. I remember standing with my platoon, just like this, shoulder to shoulder on the wall. Word came down from the line. The Ranger General was dead. None of us believed it, until the undead burst from the tree line. It's the same feeling I have now. Some things never change, do they?
Step light, strike hard.
Oh, Lady Darkland is absolutely... I've talked about this kind of archetype before. I like it when it's done well. She is a villainous person who is positively aligned, right? Sometimes you've heard me refer to this as smart evil. Let's be clear, Lady Darkland is an evil person. She is morally loose. But she is absolutely on the side of the good guys because she wants us to succeed and benefits from it and understands that it's better for us to win than our win. Yeah, exactly. She is the villain on our side. It's kind of a rare trope to be done well, but I like it when it is.
What have you seen?
So then there's Maella. I was a spellbreaker. Magistress Terrace was my home. I researched the Void to help my people, but I never wanted to become one with it. I never wanted to leave my home. Did Romath listen? Did the Magisters understand? And she just scowls.
The Rendurai survive.
You sure we're not summoning demons, right? Right.
The portal is open. Gather your courage. Only darkness awaits us on the other side.
We have made many... The fate of Silvermoon, of all of Azeroth, may rest on the outcome of this mission. Anu Belore Delana.
Many will question my decision to allow the Rendori in Silvermoon, much less so close to the Sunwell. More than anyone, I understand their anger and fear towards all who would choose to follow in the footsteps of Darkon Jathir. Darkon was a friend once. The pain of his betrayal still lingers like a knife. And yet so many question the Rendori's exile in the first place. These elves have families and friends. Not all consider them lost. Now more than ever, we cannot afford to be divided.
How dare you step into the Magister's terrace, Umbric! You nearly destroyed us all! Just like I knew you would!
I have confidence in the strength of myself and my allies. Something you noticeably lack, Rameth.
Confidence? Arrogance! The same arrogance that transformed those poor souls who follow you into void monstrosities!
We are not monsters. We are in control. We are Rendori.
Enough! It was a risk to let them near the Sunwell, yes. But we will not win this war without taking risks. The Rendori have not wavered yet.
Yet. We shall see if this mission succeeds. You've always been reckless, Umbric. You leave calamity and ruin in your wake. At least try to make it back alive.
God damn it. I don't feel like repeating all that. Romoth is getting a plus to story. There's this summary. I don't feel like repeating myself. It's hard to talk right now. And I need to lay down while I'm still rest-worthy. So, hey!
So much void!
Eyes forward!
This power... It's like nothing I've ever...
Control yourselves!
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Void Storm. Zone 4. Take it in for a second. We've had this kind of...
This area is compromised.
It
is vital to our mission.
We've had this kind of hell zone several times in WoW. This is an interesting take on it, to say the least. You could see it's barren in all directions, and what they're doing with the sky, the portals, plural, which are animated, of course, if you're taking those in. I love the spire most of all. That's just great. But I think what works really well for me about Voidstorm is it's not completely barren. We've got stuff like this. The whole zone is chaotic, is the word I would like to use. We'll showcase more of this as we go through this. I think I am going to go ahead and lay down, like, probably here, honestly. Yeah, no, exactly, Lunarith. Like, you could feel how the bits and pieces of what this zone used to be have kind of been slammed into each other and ripped to shreds and then pushed back together. Like, even the nature of how the spires coincide with each other. It looks like the literal land has been colliding with itself constantly.
The shadows serve us. Shadows?
Yeah, there used to be water. There's areas where there clearly used to be water, even ignoring the foliage here. And there's just, I love, did you catch this? This is one of the subtle tidbits that I know a lot of people didn't notice. a lot of the plants are being drawn into the various portals that are here and there. Just naturally. Yeah, Blizzard Art Team. Am I right? Blizzard Art Team. I apologize for my illness. For not being well. I'm gonna go lay down, guys. I will see you tomorrow for the Void.